Boom! Okay, we should be live. Look, a camera looking at a camera. Isn't that funny? Maybe that's not really funny, but it amuses me. Sorry, I set away from my region of stuff here to go turn my fan off so you didn't have so much background noise. We got stuff. I always like how Westfield Comics gives me a brown paper bag. It always feels kind of sketchy. Like I'm buying something I shouldn't be buying. Let me get over to YouTube on my desktop so I can see the stream, see how it looks. Shoot, I need to check something. Oh, that's not good. Did that break anything? It might have broken something. I apologize if it did. Oh, stream looks okay though. Ooh, brown paper bag. Yeah, that's not really all that exciting, is it? All right, well, let's go ahead and get these out here. We got a lot of stuff to look at today, not all of which was purchased today, if that makes sense. From visionary creator, Mikhail Fife. Let's see, here's my receipt for Westfield. They do this thing where you get points when you buy stuff. And, yeah, so I got 165 points today. And if I get 3,750 points, I get $5 off again. Oh, I've got $5 off one time before. Oh, look at that. Conveniently, I put the books face down so you can't even see what it is. You just know it's an IDW title, which is a little unusual for me. So that might make it kind of easy to guess what it is. All right, I don't see my receipt in that, so I'm probably not doxing myself. In fact, I bet Sean didn't even give me my receipt. Crinkly, crinkly, crinkly. He knows I don't like to see those receipts. Who does? Who likes to get that reminder of, oh man, I just spent a whole bunch of money on something I didn't need? You guys remember these? These were a big thing like 10-ish years ago before phones had really good cameras. The company that made these got bought by Cisco. There's a little flip cam. This is a standard def one. I think I got another one of these somewhere, but I think this is the one. No, this is the old one I had. I tried to buy a flip HD cam to replace the one I broke, boy, like 2 years ago, something like that. And the seller gave me the runaround, which kind of stunk, so that plan didn't really go anywhere. Sorry, I'm bouncing the camera around because I'm adjusting the USB cable. This thing is basically just on like a spring-loaded mount, so it's not super stable. It bounces a lot. Oh, Graham Cracker Comics. Hey, they had a new newsletter out today. Which we'll take a look at in a second. It's a nice cover. Is that, it's J. Scott Campbell, right? Looks kind of like it. Anyway, let me just sit that right here. I actually got two of these, and I'll show you why when I flip it open. Oh man, all the books are just totally in the wrong orientation. Silencer 14, I hope it's a return to form from what the first year worth of issues was like, and less like issue 13, because issue 13 kind of stunk. According to my shop man, oh, you know what, this is the page I opened, and I went, I'm enjoying this much more than I was the previous one. Because this is a return to what I liked in Silencer. Although I'm, you know, looking at this coloring, this reminds me of like old school Valiant coloring, which I don't know that I like too much. It's all kind of pastel-ish. Dude, what is she doing? She is just wrecking everything. We just opened up to 2 completely random pages, and it's been murder and mayhem on both of them. Look! 3rd random page. Another, just like, murder and mayhem, or something. That was kind of weird. I don't want to make that sound again. Oh boy, where do I put these? I guess I'll just stack stuff up next door. Yeah. Weird issue too. Maybe this one's going to be worth reading. The page we opened up to is not really inspiring a whole lot of confidence in me here. From me? In me? Whatever. The Kubert School. 3-year residential program and cartoon graphics taught by professionals for aspiring professionals. We are accepting applications now. Ooh. Our alumni include a lot of people, some of which I've actually heard of. Oh boy. Oh, disc. That was an accidental disc. Justice League Odyssey number 6. Got the Virgin variant cover here. And we open up to an ad. Can their love unite 2 nations at once? Or at war? Or will Arthur Curry die under Mara's blade? Right, moving on. Yeah, I didn't really like the first one that much. About the second one, I'm hoping it's gonna be better. Ooh, it's a nice scene. What is that on the back of? Huh? Ah! Oh, the 50-cent books, yeah. God, I got some stuff, man. I actually bought 2. I couldn't resist, man. I saw this trashy 90s stuff. Like, does anybody even remember Bloodstrike? Because I sure don't, except that I bought Bloodstrike Brutalists, the Rob Liefeld special super duper ooper versions. Oh, lordy. Hold on, I'm going to just pop over to Twitter here. Drop an ad here. Yeah, come hang out with me. Hopefully somebody comes to hang out with me. You know, we got all this space over here. I'm not even using. Let's just kind of. Oh yeah. So anyway, I totally couldn't resist. I saw this stuff. I think the first one I saw was this, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then this Malibu Ultraverse book was right behind it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I think Bloodstrike was behind that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, huh, there's a Youngblood book back there. That's kind of cool. And then right next to it was another Youngblood book, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I was like, you know what? I'll spend $1 and get all 5 of these. That seems like a legit purchase. So what is this? Inner Circle. I don't think I've ever heard of Inner Circle before. Let's just take a flip through. 1995, first printing. It's in pretty good shape, given that it was a 50-cent bin. Oh, dude. Dude is roughed up. Who did the art? Don Figueroa. That sounds familiar, but I can't place what he's worked on. Oh, you can't even see that. My bad. Let me get some of this junk out of the way. Yeah, I don't really recognize anybody that worked on this. It's kind of like this is definitely like influenced by Liefeld and Jim Lee. A little anime influence too, like her face. That's definitely picking up like anime female character faces right there. Interesting fusion of styles. This might actually be kind of fun. Meanwhile, in April, from Mushroom Comics, Future Tech #2, Off-Road Assault. Dude, your aspect ratio feels really wrong here. This feels like it should be a longer vehicle. Well, that's pretty cool. We got the heavy machine gun on top, 2 rocket pods, and it's not even a 4-wheel, it's a 5-wheel. It's got like an extra trike wheel hanging off the front. Man, that's crazy. I gotta say, the art's kind of stiff looking, but these angle choices, I kind of like them. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. That just looks kind of cool. She's shooting his arm? I think she was just shooting his arm. Dope. I might have to review that. That looks fun. Yeah, so here's a latter-day Youngblood book from late 2000s. Crosswind. Oh, well, 2017 apparently. I have to tell you how much I pay attention to this stuff. June 2017. So this book's only a year old. I guess nobody bought it, huh? Otherwise, why would it end up in the 5th bin? Especially in its condition. This thing, there's no, there's one tiny little spine tick right there. None of the corners are turned. I'm probably going to do more damage to it reading this thing than it's suffered in its year and a half of existing. We got this Youngblood, what's this? Youngblood something. Can't even read it. Great. Youngblood Battle Zone. Youngblood and related character and concepts are copyrighted by Rob Liefeld, all rights reserved. Creator, penciler, research. What does that mean? I guess because you need somebody to get you, like, stuff to look at. Oh, dude, this isn't even a comic. Dude! No wonder you needed research. Ha! Well, this is fun. This is not something I expected. So it's like a little companion book instead of an actual comic. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else. Ultraverse Prototype #2. I don't think I'm familiar with this character. Very stylized, especially around the faces. Oh my gosh, she's got a giraffe neck. Either that or she's a ballerina. Either way. Oh, dude! She's Lady Deathstrike. Come back to me. Come back to Backstabber. He won't hurt for very long. Trust me. Oh, gosh. I'm pretty sure every guy has had a nightmare like this. Some of us have lived it. Dude's a robot. Look at that. That's cool. My viewer count, I saw it fluctuate. It went up, and then it went back down. That's a shame. But if I got viewers out there, thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Much love, as they say. Not quite sure who says that, but whoever does. Much love, much love. And Bloodstrike #2. It's got a bend right there. That's okay. It's not like I'm buying this stuff for, the purpose of investing in them or anything. That's kind of the fool's game. Okay, we got one penciler And Rob Liefeld did the layouts. That's not a bad first page to open up to. Wow, look, it's Wolverine. It's not. I kid. It totally looks like it, though. Is that just an ad? Prophet is, yeah. They just inserted like an ad. I mean, Prophet's a cool looking dude, but he's basically like Shatterstar. Hey, J Dodd. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. We're just flipping through my 50-cent bin books here. This is very Liefeldian. What year is this from? 1993. Man, you'd think like Rob Liefeld all these years, he'd have something that he owned flat out that was as successful as Deadpool. Or as much of a house name as Deadpool or Cable. And he doesn't, man. All of his creator-owned properties, like, I know what Youngblood is, you know, but I don't think you can really say that people care that much, especially not anymore. Oh yeah, the Star Trek book. Looking forward to reading this. On behalf of the Organians, we choose Ensign Harry Kim. Oh, Harry was next to last. And wow. Oh, that's interesting. They're mixing the teams up pretty well, aren't they? So Kirk and McCoy with Worf, Tuvok. That's I like that they're not just sticking people from the same show on a team. I like that they're mixing up the teams. This might be a really fun read. Liberace in space. Yeah. Definitely with some of these outfits. Well, I don't want to flip through too much because I don't want to spoil that for myself. I'm hoping this is going to be a great treat. I really am. Man, all my books ended up upside down. Let's flip them around. Oh yeah, the other cover for Justice League Odyssey. I didn't even crack this open, man. I don't want to spoil a single panel of that book. Then we got the True Believers stuff. Also, Joe, welcome to the party. Since I didn't say that a minute ago. The Lethal Lizards from Below. Oh, I like the Warbird costume, man. That's when Miss Marvel looked her best. Yeah, she even, if I do say so myself, I look great. It's a cool costume, man. That red sash is just like, perfecto. When is this from originally? Potion Miss Marvel number 20. Looking at the color, this looks solidly mid-80s, I think. I don't actually know when this came out. That's gonna be fun. That's such a cool costume. Oh, dude! That lizard man totally looks like a pangolin or something. That is dope. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I probably said it's gonna be fun like 10 times, which is probably a good indicator that it's gonna be fun. Hey, it's the Absorbing Man. Oh, it kind of hurts me in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show that the Absorbing Man just kind of, he's just like a jobber, you know? He gets beaten by people who don't really have crazy powers. Like, this is a guy who can fight all of the Avengers, who is a Thor villain. Is that Gyrick in the background? I think he'd be wise. Mr. Gyrick, to have your overzealous agent here remove his clammy paw from my wrist. This, of course, I thought that was Gyrick. Is that Gyrick and I'm getting them mixed up? I feel ashamed. No, that must have been Gyrick in the background. I was probably right the first time. Okay, cool. But in like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man, the Absorbing Man, he shows up and, you know, he gets like the stuff that turns people into the Inhumans, and then it kills him, and then he shows back up and he's just like this guy that's tough both times. He's not super crazy. I did like in Daredevil, the posters like on the wall of the gym and stuff for battling. Wow, I just forgot the Daredevil's dad's name, but like him versus Crusher Creel, like that was a great touch. Oh, look at the Wasp! I didn't even notice her at first. That's a great pose. Beast, are you still in the garbage again? I don't know why I added it again. It just seemed funnier that way. Oh, there's Creel, all right. This looks like it might be kind of cool. He's not a character I'm super familiar with, but one of the few Thor comics I have is him fighting Thor. I'm just going to drink here. I got this peach tea. It's like the store brand from Aldi's. It's pretty good. It's very peachy. So if you like your peach tea to be real peachy, we got you covered, fam. We got you covered. Let's kind of level this out a little bit here. There we go. One more? Okay, that's about level. Captain Marvel betrayed the Avengers. Uh-oh. Hey, this is what's going to happen in the Captain Marvel movie, right? She's going to come in and kill everybody so she can be the only hero? I am so not looking forward to that movie. Let's see. How many Marvel movies have I not wanted to see in theater? I did Black Panther in theater, but that wasn't because I didn't want to. I didn't see Ant-Man and Wasp. I didn't really care about seeing that in theater. I'll just watch it on cable at some point. And did the new Spider-Man come out yet? I do want to see that, but I'm suddenly worried that I missed it. And then Captain Marvel, I think, is the first one I don't care about actually seeing in theater at all. Dude, Colossus, what the heck are you even lifting up there, man? And it's crazy, because I should want to see it. Not yet? Okay. You know, I should want to go see Captain Marvel, because I've seen every other Marvel movie, quite a lot of them, at least all the ones since Captain America came out, in theater. Like, a lot of those, and I just cannot be bothered at all to care about Captain Marvel. Maybe it's because 90s nostalgia doesn't appeal to me, or maybe it's because Brie Larson has the charisma of the cheese. Brie? I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. And this 2-page spread, holy crap. I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it is cool. So what is going on here? So we got a big fight. Someone's crashing a spaceship through a wall or something? Pyro's going crazy. There's Spider-Woman. Is that Robot Man? Or not Robot Man, the Mechanical Man, whatever his name is. Wow. There is so much going on these 2 pages. I can barely like soak it all in. This whole book is full of kind of stuff. Look at this. This is crazy. You want time, Pyro? How about a few more years in prison? Oh, burn. You go, Scarlet Witch. Oh, is that Quicksilver? Getting thwacked by Iron Man? Ah. It's kind of silly. Whoa! What is even... Dude! So he's making like fire dragons and she's ripping the earth up to stop it? As the main exploded, Pyro seized control of the burning gas, molding the flames into a giant creature of living fire. His intentions were brutally simple: to turn the monster loose against the Avengers and incinerate them. Seeing the danger, the Scarlet Witch cast a second hex, and a third, and a fourth, pouring her heart and soul into each. Was this written by Chris Claremont? Yep. Written by Chris Claremont. You picked up the True Believers book, man? That is cool. It's $1. It's $1, and it's full of all kinds of crazy stuff. I can't resist them. It's a good thing Marvel doesn't just start reprinting all their old books in that format, because I would probably just buy them all and go bankrupt. It's like, yeah, this month we're putting out 100 True Believer reprints. What? Oh, man. Anyway, this is all the cool stuff I got at the store today. But yesterday, I came home from work. I had some gifts waiting for me. Take a look at those. So it's an old Spanish comic magazine. I don't read Spanish, but it's still really cool. Pumby is he even on the cover of one of these? No, he's not on the cover of one of these. Pumby is a cat character. I saw him somewhere in here, but I only really know who he is because I looked this up on Wikipedia. And it's just full of lots of really cute art. This is definitely aimed at kids, and it looks like it's actually a lot of fun. It's just a shame I don't read Spanish. Yeah, so everything I know about it comes from that. These books are from the 80s, just a couple years before it was finally canceled. And it's a weekly magazine that used to come out. So it ran for about 1,200 issues. You can see I've got issues 1143, 1157, 1159. It's just lots of charming art like you used to see in newspapers. I really appreciate getting these. I got some magazine bags I'm going to put these in later on to try to protect them a little bit better. When they were purchased, they were just in a document protector, like you would stick, a piece of paper in a binder. $10 for the 3 of these. I don't think that's too bad. I'm trying to find the title character, Pumby, just to show him to you, but I am totally not succeeding at it. Ooh, that's a little racist. Better not show that page ever again. Have to go in and delete a couple frames out of the video. I flipped through these earlier, and I just really liked it. It's pretty to look at. It's not like super gorgeous, and the newsprint's yellowed. The colors are probably a little faded. They've been read a few times. They've been loved on. Oh my gosh, that little dog is super cute. At least I think that's a dog. Might not be a dog. Sometimes with cartoon animals, it's hard to tell. So anyway, I got these 3 fun little comics as a gift. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I actually used them as a thumbnail because I hadn't laid these books out yet. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta get a thumbnail. That's not the only thing I got as a gift. I got these. It's just like a random lot of random books. So I'm not really familiar with this character or the mini-series for him, but that's some nice looking Mike Mignola art. So I think it's going to be kind of fun to flip through and just look at, if nothing else. This I flipped through yesterday and I thought looked pretty cool. I don't know necessarily that I like the style a whole lot, but there's a lot of great looking visuals in it. It feels more like looking at a manga than at a Western comic. So I mean, look at this stuff. It looks pretty cool. I don't know what's going on, but it looks pretty cool. So let me flip that upside down. I might have had these in a particular order. I want to preserve that. This is a $1 #1 issue. It didn't do a whole lot for me. I didn't care for the art too much. And I haven't read it yet, so I don't know if the writing's going to be any good. This I was really happy to see. I've got an issue of this, also out of the, not also, out of the 50 cent bin. Linda Cedric does art that's almost as favorite of mine, as her husband, Stepan. He does really nice art, so just getting to see that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, look! It originally came from Westfield Comics. Oh, that was a few years before I got back into the comics game, so... Young Gun's sketchbook sampler thing from like 10 years ago. I didn't even flip through this. I'm sure it's got lots of cool stuff, because this is Marvel trying to put their best foot forward. Another Spanish comic. Free Comic Book Day. The Uncanny Inhumans. This is from a couple years ago, I think. Right? $2015. Not really my favorite set of characters. I got to be totally honest. The all new, all different Avengers. Really, none of those are actually Avengers. That's like the second stringers plus the Falcon, who's Captain America. That's... Oh, and then, here we go. This is maybe the second coolest thing out of the bunch. These two old Flash Gordon books from the late 80s. Notice I said it's the second coolest thing. The #1 coolest thing. So this is, what, the first 8 issues, I think? Oh, I'm missing one issue. So 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 of the Spirit from a few years ago. Really pretty art. I'm hoping these are going to be a lot of fun to read. I feel like I read part of this run, but I couldn't tell you for sure. And if I did read it, it was like in digital format. But it's very pleasing to the eye. It's very cartoony. And actually, that's a good way to put it. It looks like a cartoon that somebody took still images of. The Spirit's not a character I know a whole lot about. I've just read a few comics here and there, you know? Put this up here. And then lastly, this random DC Superhero Girls free comic book from whenever. It's really beat up compared to all the others. But hey, all these books were had for just $0.25 a pop. So that's kind of cool. Oh boy. I need to bag all this stuff at some point. That point is not right now. Let's see. When I first started the stream up, I said we'd come back to store newsletter. Apparently they're going to do 2 newsletters this year or something. So I get most of my comics from Graham Crackers. The one here in Wisconsin, Madison on East Washington. I've been to Wheaton, Downers Grove, and the DeKalb locations. I took a trip to Chicago and a couple days for a conference, and on the way out of town, instead of going the north way, I took like a 30-minute detour and went the south way through DeKalb and swung by that store. All their stores are nice. They're all very different from each other. They all sell all kinds of stuff. But the only reason I'm looking at this is not to pitch you the individual stores here, but just to note, they've got a store in California, man. They even make fun of that inside of here on their free comic book day ad. Where was that at? I guess it's a newsletter, so I don't have to worry about like showing the whole thing because it's meant to be shown. Where's the free comic book day ad? Ah, there it is. They even make fun of like the store locations over here. Still not enough? You might not be able to see it with the black on blue. Still not enough? Visit all 12 stores. Good luck with that. And get 36 free comics. Or 72 if you're in costume. Oh yeah. Anyway, I got 2 of these newsletters. I got another one laying on my pull-out desk over there. Just because they always have like some coupons in it. Which, there's at least one in here that I'm going to use just because it's funny. Free comic! Now, granted, it's a comic out of the 50-cent bin, and I get like 3 of those every week on Wednesday anyway. But I'm totally, in June 2019, going to cut that coupon out and take it in there and be like, "Hey, Sean, I got a coupon for a free comic." And he's just going to look at me like, "Really?" Oh, that's not a bad deal, but they always do a thing for Black Friday that's like fill up a long box for $30. So that's an even better deal. That's 3 comics, so it's like 10 cents a book. I might do this. I don't know. None of the coupons are really that great. Like the graphic novel thing, they're going to do a graphic novel sell. Somewhere they were talking about that in here. But they do one of those every year. Oh, there it is. April. Get a free graphic novel when you buy any too. It's the same as the coupon. Oh, this was a great sell. This just happened. That's where I got all that Avengers and stuff. Let's bust that out. I did a video on Friday for all that, but I mean, I still got to sit down and read all this Justice League. I said Avengers, didn't I? All this Justice League. And then, these 4 Hero and Crisis books. I probably got something else I still need to read from that, but I started going through it all. It's a pretty good sell, man. You just wait. If it's not the current issue, you buy it. So I got Justice League 10 through like 18 or something here for $1.50 a pop. For $1.50 a pop instead of $3.99. Ain't too bad. Oh, and then they tease me with these graded comics. You jerks. Like I'm ever going to be able to afford an old school X-Men 1 for 18 grand. Like nobody can afford these. But probably the best part of this ad is just more valuable comics are only available by appointment. So please call ahead. Whoa! Oh boy. I don't even want to think about what you got that costs that much. I mean, the stuff that's behind like the counter, and I'm like, oh man, that Infinity Gauntlet #1 for $50. That looks really good. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to the summer sale when it gets here. I'm always putting together like a list of stuff that I want. Mostly it's like Fantastic Four or Marvel Cosmic books, and that's what I tend to buy during that sale. But if you live in Illinois, or you live around Madison, or you live near Murrieta, California, which I don't actually know where that is. Hold on. To the computer. Murrieta, California. Where is this? In southwestern Riverside County. That totally doesn't do me any good. Zoom out. I know you guys can't see this, but so LA on Interstate was at 15 between LA and San Diego. Okay. Let's Graham Crackers, Murrieta, California. Already got a 4-star rating. Nice, guys. Apparently it's right next to Los Gilbertos Taco Shop, so get you some comics and... Man! Wait a minute, that's Ryan's Comics. That's not the same comic store. Unless Ryan Comics changed names. Oh, it might have. They might have got bought or affiliated or something. Ooh, there's like history here. Let's go to the Graham Crackers website. Use control and scroll to zoom in. Okay. Denny's place. No, that's a different store. Okay. Maybe. I don't see the taco store next door, so it must be a different place. Oh no, there it is. Los Gilberto's Taco Shop. Okay. Well, there you go. Man, I wish my Graham Cracker Comics was right next to somewhere good to eat. There was a deli across the road, Ella's Deli. It had a carousel outside and like a million Tinker toys on the interior. It was actually really cool. And they went out of business. I ate there one time, and like a month later, they went out of business. And it was just like, what? What? Did I curse them somehow? Did my patronage destroy their restaurant? No, that's not how that works. But it kind of felt like that's how it worked. All their stuff got bought by a company around here, and they're supposed to be like putting it up to display or something. But that's a shame. They had this nice carousel outside, and tons of Tinker toys. It was really something going inside of that place and eating. It was noisy and busy and chaotic, and over your head you'd have like a train or like a monkey like climbing down wires and all this sorts of crazy stuff. But now that that's gone, like my dining options next to Graham Crackers are, let's see, there's a Little Caesars next door, there's a McDonald's in the parking lot, and there's a Burger King at the far end of the parking lot, and there's coffee right down the road. In fact, I think there's like a Starbucks and another chain called a Mocha, and that's my dining options if I want to eat near there. And it's just like, I don't want any of this. Oh, it was pretty miserable. I was kind of hungry today, and I was driving back from the store, and I was up by the Walmart in Monona, the exit there, and I saw on the sign, for like food, like you're on a highway or something. There's a sign that's like, here's places to eat. And I look, and there was one. It was like the Cranberry Creek Casual Cafe or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. Maybe get like some French onion soup and a sandwich or something like that. Like I don't know exactly what a Cranberry Creek is going to sell me. I mean, maybe everything has cranberries in it, and I'll have like a turkey and cranberry sandwich or something like that. I can live with that. And I get off at the exit, and I'm looking for this thing, and I almost drive past it. Fortunately, nobody was in the two lanes to my left, so I like veered over to turn in, and I get there, and the parking lot's empty. There's like two cars parked around the back, and the parking lot's empty, and it's like, are they even open? And I get out and I look, and no, they close at 3. They don't have a dinner service. It just ends at lunch, and it's just like, ah. So there went like 15 minutes of my life. So I get back out on the highway, and it's like rush hour traffic and miserable, and I ended up eating at Thai's Asian Bistro, which I seem to eat at like every other week. Which, don't get me wrong, it's okay Chinese food. It's like I wanted something different, but it's like, I had the Americanized, like the Tex-Mex Friday, so I didn't want that, and it's like, well, I guess I'm going to Thai's. Because it got me out of traffic, and oh, whatever, nobody cares. But that's driving life right there. Hashtag driving. And I got there, and it's just like, I could have just bought a $5 pizza at Little Caesars, ate like 3 slices in the car, drove home, and I would have had lunch tomorrow and dinner. I didn't think my plan through. Oh, goodness. But man, the egg rolls at Thai's were fantastic today. Not that any of you live in Madison, but, if you do, now you know. I've been going for 45 minutes or so now, I guess. I think I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about here. You know? I gotta put all this stuff into CLZ, which is on my phone, so I kind of need my phone back to do that. And I gotta put all this stuff in too, and I'll probably go ahead and bag and board these things.